Welcome to another episode of the Guerrilla Press. He and I are the Wrestling Dorks. I am John, and I am joined to my left, as always, by the talker of talking, Sam. Welcome back, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, glad to have you back, huh? A lot of recording today. We've been sitting at this friggin' swamp-ass creating table and chair set for a lot today.
It's not that bad when the sun's not out.
Yeah. This has swamp ass. I usually have to put down a cushion, or I got some kind of moisture down below.
I'm sure the fans are loving to hear about that.
We opened this week's episode with swamp ass.
Yeah. Well, and ratings dropped down, just like having Roman Reigns main event for the 8 billionth time.
That's a good segue to things we'll get to today. We've got a few things to talk about this week. We got a few self-promotions to talk about, and a few personal items, which we always like to do. So the usual mix. This week on the wrestling world, you know what? Fuck that. Sam was the man on Saturday night.
Oh,
let me tell you about this guy. I go out to the bar with the lady, the J Lucky. You all know her as the cutie with the booty from the podcast. So, and we're out living it up at the bars, and I look over to my left and I see three attractive young ladies, very young looking.
Which I didn't pay any of them.
Well, hold on now. I see, and they're all like in a circle around somebody. I'm like, someone is holding court over there. Lo and behold, what do my eyes should appear? Sam there is holding court with three young ladies. How did this happen? And how do you feel today?
I feel fine.
The best part about all this,
George.
I'll get your reactions in a second. The best part about all this was the 2:45 a.m. phone call that I got from you then.
Which I don't remember.
You do not remember. And all he kept saying, he's like,
I really should not have.
He just kept going, I'm so good. I'm just so good. I'm good. I'm so good.
That day I felt good. That's rare.
So how do you feel today, 4 days later?
Not so good.
And give me a good round number. Estimate how many of those ladies you took home that night.
0. I was drunk. I took home I dropped off my two friends.
You were the
at their house.
responsible friend, and I appreciate that. That was awesome. I was not the drunk friend, by the way. I was a innocent bystander.
By the way, folks, he's never the drunk friend. He doesn't drink.
I'm not allowed to drink because I start telling truths. Truths.
I like the truths.
The truths they spill from thine mouth, and it's not good. But yes,
it's like truth serum.
It is. This right here, truth serum, the Rolling Rock. Sam was definitely the man. I have photographic evidence, which I will not post on Facebook for anything less than $10. But you definitely were killing it.
Yeah, I'm just I figure, hey, I have my own fucking podcast. All right.
Was that your opening line? Tell me you told them about the podcast.
Yeah.
Do we have 3 new subscribers this week?
No.
Come on,
no.
That's like a second date kind of thing, right?
It's like maybe tell them in like 3 or 4 years.
That's like they might stumble across it on the internet.
Yeah,
and be like, is that Sam?
Yeah,
is that my boyfriend?
Yeah.
All right. Well, either way, big kudos to you because you're always talking about how terrible you are. And
I mean, I am terrible, but
you say that you're overweight. You're terrible. You don't know how to do anything. But
I think some of these you're starting to just
these are the things I say about you.
Shots, all right.
Yes. So, congratulations to you, sir. And
congratulations for holding court.
You were holding court for a long time.
Yeah,
it wasn't just like you were like, "Hey, ladies, how you doing? Where are you going?"
Yeah.
It was you were there for a while. It was good stuff. Speaking of good stuff, did you know that there's going to be the first ever? God damn it, I'm tired of this first ever shit. But there is going to be the first.
We're going to run out of it at some point.
You would think they're just going to keep coming up with shit. So, anyways, the first ever all women's pay-per-view is happening in WWE in October. Initial thoughts?
Of course, it's called Evolution. Triple H.
It's a mystery.
Triple H wanted he's like, if we call it Evolution, maybe I can play some more Motorhead, which I do like that song.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Evolution. You should have a clip queued for that.
I probably do because I challenged you in the music challenge. But yeah, initial thoughts. Obviously, it's a great thing. To me.
Triple H fake crying. I wasn't.
Yeah, the fake crying. I did not like that.
With a tear in her eye. Like okay, asshole.
He's doing it for Rick because Flair said that with a tear in my eye. That's why he did it. So, anyways, it was a tribute to Flair. But
it was in the ring with fucking Vince, who is famous, and you can listen to all the other great podcasts that are out there. Bruce Pritchard, Something to Wrestle With. I mean, Vince was always want to say, the men don't want to see the women wrestle like men. They want to see tits and ass.
Yep,
so to see him in the ring for the announcement, I thought personally was kind of tacky. I don't think he should have been in the ring.
Yeah, no.
I know he's the chairman, and ultimately this won't be happening without him, but,
it clearly was not his decision.
Oh, fuck
or
no.
his idea, I should
No.
say. The other thing that, and I don't want to take anything away from it because it is really awesome to think where we were 10 years ago with the women's wrestling. However, it feels almost more like it was a look what we've done, aren't we great, than a congratulations women.
Right.
You know what
I mean, they seem to truly the hardworking women on the roster seem to truly appreciate it. So whatever.
Yeah.
Let's be happy for them.
We will be happy for him, and we'll do our
First pay-per-view, even though there's no such thing really anymore.
Yeah, they still call pay-per-views.
Yeah.
I wonder when that's going away.
Yeah.
That probably won't. It's
Yeah.
probably just going to be a wrestling thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes they call them pay-per-view events, just to try to like. But I guess what else do they call them?
So they said there should be 50 people participating in it. That's a lot of people on a pay-per-view.
You got to figure there's probably
going to be a bunch of like. There's going to be
I was
a
thinking
rumble
about it. There's probably
type
like
of battle
15. Oh, you're saying they don't have enough women, or are you
No, I'm
just
saying how the fuck are you going to have 50 people on a pay-per-view?
Yeah, they'll probably have some kind of 10-woman match, and then.
That's still 40.
Okay, well then they'll have 20 matches then, 20 singles matches and a 10-woman tag. I don't fucking know. It's months away. Don't make me do math this late. I was just doing Trivia HQ breakdowns a few minutes ago, and I failed at that. I thought it was going to be 50-cent payout, and it was like $2 or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you're stupid.
Yeah, I'm a moron. So, okay. We also, and I know the first ever thing is in WWE history, but we do have to make sure that we give credit. Impact has done this already. So
I think at that point they might have been TNA, but
whatever.
The other guys.
This isn't like the first. I guess this is more like a
Ring of Honor probably I think did it too.
Yeah, this is more like a hey, we've evolved, and again, it goes back to that. It's more about WWE than it is about the women, in my opinion. It'll be a good show. I'm tired of hearing them first ever already, and we're 2 days into the announcement.
Yeah, we know you don't like women only things. Like you're against women only movies. Even though
true, like Ghostbusters,
and even though the other one you railed against, got a good review. The Oceans,
doesn't mean
whatever.
It's good.
I'm saying it got.
I'm sure
reviews.
Avatar and Harry Potter got good reviews, but they can't possibly be good.
I don't know. I've not seen either of them.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Have you seen Lord of the Rings?
No, I don't see fantasy.
Me neither. Okay, so you don't. I wasn't sure as a Magic the Gathering guy if you were into those kind of
All right, what are you throwing at?
Wizards.
That's nothing to do with Magic the
wizards.
Gathering. Magic the
and
Gathering
shit.
to me appeals to my competitive nature.
Okay, so but it's not you didn't get
And
into
using
Magic.
my mind.
You didn't get into Magic for the spells and the.
You don't really cast spells.
I don't know what you're doing that show,
You fucking
that game.
stupid! It's a card game, and the cards have powers.
But don't the cards cast spells on people?
No.
Oh, all right. Well,
You fuck.
on this week's episode of I have no idea what I'm talking about.
I say there's some cross section of our listeners that played some Magic the Gathering.
I know nothing about it.
Go at the wrestling dorks and tell him he's a piece of shit.
Yes. So let's talk about social media real quick.
Yes.
Here. Good segue.
Speaking of pieces of shit,
There's going to be a few changes on. We are part of the Tapped Out Podcast Network as always, and some changes coming down the pike. We're breaking away a little bit. A little more creative control is being put into our hands. Wouldn't you say? I mean, is that how you put it?
The bottom line is you're going to need to subscribe.
Yep.
To your boys here on a separate feed.
Yep.
So keep your Tapped Out Pod subscription and listen to those guys, but we're going to be put onto a separate feed, the Guerrilla Press. Look it up on whatever the hell you're listening to us on.
Yeah, whatever you're on now. None of that will change. The only thing that will change, and this is, you're going to have a month. So you got 4 weeks of us reminding you, and we're going to beat you over the head with it, like the whole first ever thing. We're going to say it ad nauseum.
Yeah, just like the $9.99 for the network. It worked for them.
Yeah, that worked. What I'm trying to say is right now you go and say you log into iTunes, you just go to Tapped Out Network. Just all you got to do is back out of iTunes, even right now while you're listening to us, search the Guerrilla Press and subscribe to our new feed. Boom, you're back in. So that nothing else changes. You'll still get our show, and if you want to get the other shows, you just subscribe to those guys as well. So
right. So if you probably already have Tapped Out, so you'll still be able to get Nick and Myron on the flagship show there.
Right.
And there's
but if
Lewis
you want
Slavish show, whatever.
If you want to hear Lewis, and there could be more shows coming from Lewis down the road too. So I recommend subscribing to all three feeds, but obviously stick with us.
We like feeds. We like the feeds bags.
Exactly. So, all right. So what else we got from Raw? B Team with a big win. They
Another
retain.
kind of accidental victory.
That's,
sooner or later they're going to need to actually give them like
that's my thing. I wrote
a real
down.
victory.
Yeah, they gotta have to win, right? They have like a weird ass neck breaker finisher.
Yeah, they've done it a few times. The more jobberish teams. How about the comment by Bo in the back calling Axel the brother he's never had? I was like, I'm sure. I mean, most people know that he's brothers with Bray. They look a lot alike.
They look identical. Yeah, yeah. I'm okay with the B Team having the titles for a short term. Hey, by the way, is WWE selling those B Team T-shirts?
It probably almost have to be now. I mean, they were probably homemade for a while, and now they probably are making them.
If you buy a B Team shirt, you're out of here. You're done. We can't.
I might just do it just to get off this podcast.
Oh, I bet you got. Hey, we're going places, baby. Now's the time to jump on board this ship.
I'm gonna go to another podcast where I can be part of a B Team. There stands for best.
I don't know. They're not gonna give you amazing nicknames like Talker of Talking. Only I give these kinds of nicknames.
But I bring the talent. Huh?
There we go.
Huh? God, I love Curtis Axel when he does that. And you hate it, and I love it.
I do hate it. Oh, let's talk about things we hate. Guess who's your new number one contender for the Universal title?
That's right.
The big dog, Roman Reigns.
Did you remember back when, match results, things meant something? Like, what the fuck was the point of the pay-per-view match?
There was no point. It was
Lashley wins the pay-per-view match. Like, why did fucking Reigns get to even be part of the conversation when all the randos were coming out the six? I mean, Elias kind of was random, and I don't know if he really, but he lost the night before to Lashley, and he gets to come out and just be like, I should be a part of this because I'm the big dog and it's my yard.
Like, is it kind of like, how in like golf and tennis you can like get into tournaments by using like a champion's like exemption?
This ain't fucking golf.
Well, I'm trying to play. I'm saying maybe
this is supposed to be fighting.
Former champions card.
It's supposed to be fighting. You don't get. I mean, in the UFC, they don't just bring back some guy that's. Oh wait, Brock Lesnar. But, but I mean, like, if they're bringing up six, it's just pointless. Literally, like I was telling you, I can't tell you the last time. Tonight is the first wrestling show I've watched, and that was only because we were over here in a while, where it hasn't put me to sleep. I fell asleep during the pay-per-view we watched.
Yes, you did.
I've fallen asleep during the last 4 or 5 Raws.
Yep.
I can't make it. It's not interesting enough. And I wanted to watch that last Lashley match, the Lashley-Roman, just because even though I knew Roman was probably going to win, just to piss myself off. But fell asleep before it.
To be dead honest, I fell asleep and woke up to hearing the Roman Reigns music.
I woke up to 3 text messages of people like, fucking Reigns won, fucking Reigns
I woke
won.
up to see Reigns in the ring, and I was like hanging around to see if something was going to happen. You know what I mean?
Like a missile to his head.
Yeah, who knows? It's a letdown. The only thing that maybe would have pissed me off more would be if it had been like a schmoz, as they say, and they turned it into a triple threat match, because then that would have meant that...
That would have given me more hope, at least.
No, I see. That not to me, because that would have just meant that Reigns then could pin Lashley, and Lesnar doesn't have to lose. And that, to me, was more of a cop-out. At least this way, either Reigns or Lesnar is going to win. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I want Lesnar to lose, and I guess if it has to be Roman...
Boy, you're falling right into Vinnie Mac's trap. He somehow has you despising... Hey, he's a smart man, the Vincenzo.
And it was pretty interesting.
Maybe we get a cash in. We can talk about that.
Yeah, it would be interesting. Or it was interesting on Monday night when they said that Lesnar's going to be there next week. The crowd did boo. So he's been completely flipped. You know what I mean?
Yeah, enough. It's just they've made it enough that people want to see him lose. Not there.
I just want him gone, I guess, unfortunately. And not that I want Reigns to win. That's not what I'm saying. But like you said, we do have Braun versus KO at SummerSlam for the briefcase. Maybe Reigns wins. Cash in.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think about this? Putting up the briefcase on the line.
It's stupid, but otherwise we'd be sitting here going, "Oh, Braun and KO again." Do you know what I mean? At least let's put something behind it.
Is it even? I don't understand. Like, KO got to basically make that stipulation because he got thrown off the cage. It sounds like.
Yeah,
Was you think that they take the briefcase off Braun?
No, I don't think so. I mean, in the weeks to come, we'll be able to analyze it more, but.
You mean after the result? You're like, after whatever happens. Then
over the next few weeks, we can probably maybe some signs will point towards. But you know what I mean. But Owens will be better with the briefcase. I think we all know that. Like, heels just are generally
I thought
better.
Owens was great when he came out, and like I thought, like,
oh yeah,
what he said was during the episode. It's just he's believable. Like,
you texted me something during Raw and said something about how he didn't even blink at a short joke, I guess, that Braun made or something. I missed it.
Yeah. There was a Braun? Yeah. No, it was Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he said about how Finn Balor has room to grow or something, and he was joking about his height, and like since Corbin and Owens Corbin's been helping Owens, you would think like as both heels they would like laugh at it. But in my mind, I think Owens was like, "Fuck that! Why do we have to bust on?" Like,
he already busted on him being fat.
Like he was busting on Finn Balor's height,
right?
though.
Right.
But,
yeah, but you know what I mean.
But like, I don't know. Like, it's dumb stuff. Like, is that really going to be Finn's thing? Like, this guy's really small, and then Finn Balor's thing online was the JB like, "Oh, this guy's got a receding hairline, doesn't have abs." Like.
Well, hey, you know,
it comes down to busting on appearance. Like, it just, to me...
Listen to you. Sound like a true millennial.
No, it's just...
Why don't you just say bully while you're at it?
Yeah, and there's supposed to be no bullying, I thought.
Yeah,
the WWE was...
the buzzword. There it was
yeah.
For all you youngsters. You love to throw that word around.
Yeah, there should be no bullying. These guys shouldn't be saying, oh, you're small, and I don't like you because you're small. Like, can't there be some substance to the thing? Like, he should be saying, like, I'm going to beat you up because... Like, I'm much bigger than you. That's fine. It's different than saying, like, whatever.
Pointing out his shortcomings.
Yes.
Gotcha. I gotcha.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. And I enjoyed that, they didn't have, Owens laugh at the joke.
Oh, nice.
Even though maybe he was supposed to, and he just said, fuck it, I'm not laughing.
So it's Samoa Joe versus AJ at SummerSlam.
Yeah, we just found out about that.
Just found that out.
It had to be.
In a good way, and it was an all Joe night. Because Joe destroyed R-Truth, Ron Killings, earlier in the evening, so he got to be in two segments. But yeah, one of the things that you and I talked about after Joe came out and signed the contract, we were like, well, yeah, it pretty much had to be him. Because who the hell else? I mean, seriously, heel-wise, who's left? I mean, there's none. Really.
We were trying to rack our brains who it could be, and that was really the only option.
Because The Miz is obviously in there with Daniel Bryan.
Tied up, yep.
And they got rid of Big Cass, they were trying to push as a major heel, but that wasn't ever going to go anywhere. I can't think of anyone else.
Shinsuke can't, he's just...
And they tried to do the Rusev thing, and he wasn't really a heel in that match.
Right, and they already busted Rusev down to now it looks like maybe like a Aiden English / maybe with the...
Lana?
Cien Almas.
Oh, yeah.
Because now he lost them, so he'll probably try to get his win back.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way, AJ versus Joe, a match we didn't think we'd see in WWE, headlining a big pay-per-view like this, at least, for the title. Going to be an awesome match, and not only that, we know Joe can do a promo like crazy, so he's going to be out there over the next month throwing those promos out.
They should have an amazing match, these two.
Yeah, the match is going to be good.
I've said that about it a couple times and been a little disappointed, but we'll see.
I think Joe won't let it happen. My boy Joe won't let it.
My boy Joe. Didn't you say that during that? Who do you think eats more, Joe or Paige?
Yeah, I did say something like that. Yeah. I said if Joe and Paige went to the buffet, who do you think would actually eat more? Because they kind of look about the same size at this point. Don't you think?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
It's just my TV is not an HD?
It could be. I think Joe's slightly larger than Paige.
Slightly? I don't know. You see those pants this evening?
Yeah. I thought they looked fine.
Looked like she was smuggling a bowling ball out like Kevin Owens.
You love busting on women for their weight. It's amazing.
I don't know. Yeah, it's just,
and even ones that aren't really like large.
That's what's funny about it. That's the joke, is that she's not actually fat.
No, but I don't think it is.
You're like, I'm sensing a little bit of reality there.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit.
You're telling me she hasn't, like, since she stopped wrestling.
She's gained some weight.
Oh, there you go. Maybe she should stop. She's on TV. I mean, come on, have some respect. You're on television.
What does it matter?
TV adds pounds, and I don't need to be looking at that
on
my television.
So they're only there for sex views?
Oh, boy.
Then we just had to talk about evolution at the beginning and about wrestling, and now we're saying that Paige needs to lose some lbs.
Well, I don't see any of the male wrestlers just putting on corpulent amounts of weight.
What do you mean?
Copious amounts of weight. Corpulent. They become corpulent.
Yeah, from copious amounts of weight.
Vocabulary.
Yeah, they do.
Really?
Yeah.
Name 12.
We talked about Big Show having done the fat guys,
Oh, so
it's not like Samoa Joe.
So it's okay for fat guys to put on weight, but no skinny guys go out and put on weight, and then everyone like go up in arms. I mean, if Daniel Bryan put on some weight, you'd be sitting here going, Daniel Bryan looks like you put on some weight. And then I bring up one
I might
time.
say you might put on some weight.
One time I say,
but I won't say, man, how fat fuck you lose some weight.
One time I say Paige is blowing out her pants.
Please, if you go back over this podcast, it's a back and forth every week of either Paige or JoJo that you're commenting on.
Well, JoJo, come on now. She looks like she's eating 6 bags of Pop Chips. We had the Miz and Mrs. party tonight, or whatever night, Tuesday night on SmackDown, and it was pretty damn good. Miz comes out holding the baby, and
Miz is holding the baby in the back, and then they show him put him into the little
yep.
carrier, and then
and we're sitting there, and you called it. You said Miz is going to use that baby as a weapon, and lo and behold, he throws a baby at Daniel Bryan,
and
he catches it,
crushing
and then hits the finisher on him. And clearly, this is going to build up to a SummerSlam thing, and I don't think that'll be the end of it. I'm thinking this will be like match 1 in a series or something. I hope, because these guys are freaking gold.
Oh, it's gonna. This should continue through at least SummerSlam
for at least 3 more weeks.
No, I mean, this feud should be good. I mean, it main evented tonight, although it was probably because it was a lead up to Miz and Mrs. tonight.
Oh,
which
yeah,
I
I'm
think
sure.
DV fucking hard. I just remembered. Damn it, I wanted to see that.
I'm sure they'll show it.
I'm a huge
times.
Miz fan. It's on USA though.
Yeah, they'll trust
when
me.
When are they gonna replay?
They'll replay it all the time. They'll probably show highlights on Raw rather than actually like what just happened on wrestling. You're more of a Maurice fan. You were going bonkers when she was talking.
I like Maurice.
You like that accent.
I've always been attracted to Maurice. Even back to her wrestling days. Pre-Miz.
She's no roller derby referee, I'll tell you that much. She's definitely...
Christ. Yeah, no.
Sam got hit on by a roller derby referee.
I know, it wasn't hit on. It was just a random chick on an app.
Oh, yeah. Couple little things here to talk about. First of all, don't forget to resubscribe. Search the Guerrilla Press on whatever feed you're listening to us now. Please, 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 or you will miss out. And we don't want you to miss out. And clearly we don't want you
to... Get on it right now!
For God's sakes, get on it!
It's just $9.99!
You could do it while you're listening to us. Back out and go to the thing and just search the thing and hit the thing. You know what I mean?
Go to the thing. And then what you need to do is you need to go on Patreon.
Yes.
And you're doing...
I don't know why you say it so weird. It's Patreon.
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 You go on there to the Patreon and
Jesus.
you throw some love in our way so we can put out more content, and you get access to some of our special Patreon-only episodes.
Absolutely.
And we just recorded another one of those today that'll be dropping at some point this week. It's on the man they call Vader, Big Van Vader, Leon White.
Baby Bull or whatever the hell his name was. But yeah, and speaking of the Vader episode, what we're going to do now is we're going to give you a special sneak peek. A sneak peek of that episode.
This is why the man can't drink. He has a few beers. And
I had 2 earlier, and I'm having my nightcap now, so I'm good.
Yeah, it's your limit, 3.
3 is my limit. You don't want me to start saying truths. But anyways, why don't you guys just take a listen here and see what you think, and let us know. So what happened then? With Harley Race as his manager, he would win, unfortunately, by dastardly deeds because Harley Race would do things.
Because he was a bad guy, so why the hell would I root for him?
Well, yeah, when he would do bad things, I guess you wouldn't root for him.
I was 10. I'm not rooting for him.
And then in '92, he got his first title shot, and he went up against Sting.
The Stinger.
He slapped that steel, and it didn't give.
Sting had everything going his way. He had the chance to win it, and one move has cost him, and cost him dearly.
Ray's calling for the power bomb. And, oh, God! He just planted him with a power bomb. And Vader has won it. Vader has won the world title.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match and new WCW World Heavyweight Champion, Big Van Vader.
That's so crazy listening back to that. Like, first of all, hearing the voice.
I was going to say, for me, it was like, oh my, I even forgot that JR would have ever worked with Jesse the Body Ventura.
I know, I totally did not
Two
realize
familiar
that.
voices I grew up with and loved both. So we were just talking that. So that was where he actually won his first, WCW World title from Sting. Now, before that, he'd been given a title shot in a match with Sting and legit injured him cracked his ribs.
Yeah, his
I
first
think he
time.
did something to his spleen, ruptures. I mean, this is how stiff Vader was. And that powerbomb, you were driven into the mat.
Yeah, it wasn't like a jackknife where Kevin Nash would pick you up and drop you.
Yeah.
So that was just a little sneak of what you guys will get. The full episode is over half an hour long, dedicated to the man who unfortunately passed away last month, Big Van Vader. Sam, I had a good time recording that episode.
Yeah, and we recorded an earlier one on the Big Show, the Giant, Paul White.
Yep. So what we're doing now is a special because we're revamping, restarting everything for only $1 a month. You can get access to all of our content, and you get the Guerrilla Press a day earlier than everybody else. So you can get the Guerrilla Press on Wednesdays, and you get all of our special episodes. All we're asking
I don't know if we talk this over.
Or you can donate to Sam's wacky Patreon that we have to spend $50. No, for $1 a month, you donate to us, and you get early access to TGP, and you get our special episodes. Only $1 a month. Think about it. It's $12 a year.
You don't donate. You support us.
You spend...
You're not donating. You're supporting.
Yes, this is true. You're supporting us by making a donation, right?
I mean, I guess if you want to try to write it off on your taxes, you can.
Well, yeah, it's not a tax thing, but seriously, it's $1 a month. It's $12. You spend more than that at a strip club in one night.
I say, well, obviously, it's usually more than 12 to get in, but
is it really?
You've been to strip clubs.
How much
before.
was it that night? I don't even remember.
I mean, that was a dead. It might have only been 10. Plus, we went really, probably, but most times it's like 15 or 20.
I bring this up because, and again, it's not about wrestling, but that's what we do here.
So wait, $1? It's only $1?
$1 a month.
That's a steal, and you get it a day early too.
You get it a day early, so you can.
You're getting everything. How do I upsell them? You know, I'm a salesman.
We're gonna upsell down the road when we have more things to give them.
What are we gonna give them?
Yeah, this is like an early. We'll come up with some shit.
I got some text message tonight like, "Hey, I'm waiting for like an unprotected chair shot to the head. You guys need to take a step up."
Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're still gonna put the whole thing where you can get on the show with us.
Tombstone, like pile driver. He said one of us should tombstone the other.
Jesus, what the hell's no?
I enjoyed those clips.
Well, we're gonna give more. We have more control now. We're allowed to put out episodes whenever we want about whatever we want. If you want to do a whole episode about pop chips, you can fucking. Although Jay Lucky would be the expert on those pop chips. She's bought the whole friggin' store out. But point being, $12 a year. This is what we're doing as our special getting us started special. And where were we?
We were talking about strip clubs, I think.
We're
We were talking about earlier tonight when I was giving
it.
a tutorial on
Sam
on
gave
strip clubs.
It was like Strip Club 101 tonight, and Sam taught us a lot of things tonight.
Even though you fucks have been to strip clubs,
we've been
a lot of things. I don't go to the strip club.
We've been, but it's not like we're like you knew like the ins and outs.
Yeah,
Hey,
sorry, some of us haven't been tied down for the last 25 years.
Hey, some of us have.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean some of us have.
Like, well, how should I inflect this?
But yeah, Sam taught us a lot tonight about
what goes on in strip clubs, what doesn't go on in strip clubs. What people think goes on and really doesn't, it's a lot of interesting. There could be there's probably books out there on strip clubs. I'm sure there are.
I'm sure there's books, but I feel like coming straight from the horse's mouth.
Oh, I'm a horse now.
You're kind of like a horse. What were some of the things that you were telling it? I don't even rember like everything. Well, Jay Lucky was asking a lot of questions. I think maybe she was
from
just
a woman,
humoring.
from like a woman's point of view. Maybe
she
was. I was explaining the nuances of the lap dance.
Yeah,
what goes on, what doesn't go on.
I've never had one. I was curious.
Well, you could go get one. If you have $20, you can go get one next time.
I think that she wasn't aware that like you could be in the same room as somebody.
Yeah, it depends on the place you're at. Some of the.
I feel like that would be weird.
Some of the rooms you go back, it's just like everybody's in there, and they all have your own like spot on like a couch. Some of the ones you go back, you're in a private like room. And it all depends, It's really that's why every little it's like every MLB park's a little bit different.
You're
every
comparing
strip
this to baseball.
Yeah. Every strip club's a little bit different in their setup. Like some of the places have a green monster. Maybe that's a really tough bouncer back in the back room, or some don't, or some got that short porch out in left field.
I mean, seriously, in my life, because like you said, I've been in relationships so long. I've been to probably 4, and they've been very far apart. It's not like I went to one and then the next one was 2 weeks later or something. So
yeah, I've been to a fair amount, we'll say. And
We'll say a fair amount.
yeah, a fair amount. Mostly further back wasn't not many.
Well,
recently.
you're getting old now. Your libido's down. I get it.
Oh yeah, I'm not taking. I got the low T.
Yeah.
I'm not taking my hymns. You see that? You see that hymns stuff?
Yeah, for hymns.
It's like nonstop hymns. Snoop's advertising.
Snoop Dogg.
Hymns.
The funniest part is that commercial for the 4 hymns. At least on the radio, when I listen to Stern, Snoop comes on and he goes, "A lot of guys when they get older, they start to lose their drive. Not me, but it could happen." Like I'm like, dude, you're supposed to promote your product. Like, you make me feel like a shithead.
Taking this shit, motherfucker.
Like, you bunch of losers.
But no, yeah, I've been to strip clubs. Colorado, Vegas.
Oh yeah, you said the Vegas
Miami.
one was shitty. That was a big thing.
No, it wasn't shitty. I was almost like bummerish. I don't know. You have bad experiences with them, just like anything else. Sometimes you go to a Pirates game, you're like, wow, there's a terrible team here.
Baseball.
Yeah, or sometimes you go to a strip club and there's a terrible team playing that night, and you go in and you're not impressed by the talent.
I took Jay Lucky to her first ever, and she freaking loved the hell. She loved it so much. Now, she had a much different experience than I did because the girls were more into her, and I was just sitting there like a goober, like, well, I guess I'll just drink my...
Brought to you by Goobas.
But she absolutely loved it, and it was a good time. So,
And it was a little skeezy dive one too.
yeah, it was not the nicest place, and the girls were definitely borderline roller derby referees. You know what I mean? So it was.
They were fun.
Maybe sometime you'll have to go to like a one with some top talent. Like around here, you're gonna have to go to like Philly to get some actual like talent.
Yeah.
I mean, the ones in Vegas, there's it's talent. Miami was
You have been all around the world.
Miami was Miami. Yeah, Miami. I went with a female and got like a tandem lap dance. That was interesting.
Was that 2 girls at one time on you?
No, fucking the girl you're with at a stripper. The girl you're with. Yeah.
Oh, you're with
no,
her.
yeah. I went with my girl at the time. Hey, chill back there. I'm going back with these 2 bitches. I'll tell you how it is.
I didn't hear the I brought a girl with me part.
Yeah.
I thought you walked in and said, "Which 2 girls want to give me a dance here?"
Yeah.
That's what I thought you meant.
That was interesting. You have to have a secure relationship.
Yeah, I cannot.
To go back there.
I don't think Jay Lucky would be down with that.
Because afterwards, like, you're going to get pelted with questions like, "Did you like her better than me?" And then I'm like, what the fuck? Like, this is the dumbest question I've heard. She wasn't paying any attention to me, first of all.
Yeah, that's my fear, too.
Yeah, and second of all, like, yeah, I did. Oh!
Way to go, way to go. All right, well, there you go. Sam's Strip Club 101. Tune in next week for 102.
Yeah, a lot of 100 level classes.
Yeah, you don't have to be
How
a
to
genius.
put $1 on a string.
Well, I had questions because my second strip club experience wasn't like my first.
Yeah, I don't know what you were expecting. Like, they weren't, and you kept making hand motions, and I didn't know what they were.
Well, because when
like,
we walked into that first one, first things first, we were pretty much the only people there. There was like some scumbags at the bar, and then there was us.
Oh, and there was a scumbag in the front row too.
And then, so like the girls came right up to her, and they were like, bleh, like,
right, they had no options.
And, yeah, so.
Hey! You mean they had the best option?
Yeah,
So then we went
the
to
only best.
When we went to the other place, we were like a number. You know what I mean? It was kind of just like they were
You
there.
didn't feel special?
We didn't feel special. You know what I mean?
Come around, you sit in a thing, what do you want?
I don't know. I want them to talk to us a little bit.
They can't talk to you. They have to dance on that stage.
Yeah,
Like, you guys aren't strip club veterans. Like, out of Al's and most strip clubs, like, in this area, like, if you're going to, like, Vegas, there's a stage, but the girls really aren't on it often, and they're just walking around talking to you. At a place like Al's, how those girls work is they have to work a set on the stage, which is typically 3 songs, and they usually come out in groups of 2. Once in a while, I guess if it's dead, it's groups of 1. And they have to work, like I said, 3 songs. Once they work those 3 songs, they can then walk around afterwards to get additional tips from you for their performance, and then you could try to take them for a lap dance. So while they're up there, they will come over to you. Like, I've had ones where they'll come over to you and they'll talk to you a little bit, and they'll do, if you have money out in front of you, they'll come over and do like a little something extra. But you have to like tip them when they're doing that little something extra, and they have to kind of see.
We weren't. No, we tipped when we went to the shitty one.
Yeah, but they had no options.
Yeah.
So then they may have looked around and thought, all right, well, we know this guy over there is going to give us X amount of dollars if we go over and give him a little extra show.
There was a little sneak peek into 102, which was next week. Pretty good.
Can't wait.
Yeah, she must have wanted like cans in her face or something.
I think that's what she wanted. She wanted like although frankly, when we went, to Al's the second time, Jay Lucky.
You only went to Al's once.
No, but I mean, our second time when we went to Al's. You know what I mean? They
Were
were.
there more than one?
No, he means second strip
The
club
second strip
experience.
club, we went to Al's. They were all up in your face with their bombs and their pontoons were right there in your face.
No,
Yeah.
not like the first bar.
I think she was just difference of alcohol and intoxication.
Because I remember sitting there thinking, Jesus, it's all the pontoon show over here on my left, and there's nothing here. But whatever.
Pontoon, that's right, a pontoon show.
So maybe that's why the girls weren't coming up to me because I was like, yeah, let me see them pontoons.
You put in like some dip in your lip. Or, show me them pontoons, motherfuckers.
All right, well,
next time you guys got, like I said, you got to go back and get a dance. If you never had a experience a dance. There's good and there's bad.
Gonna happen, brother. I just can't. I don't think
What is the new voice? I never heard this. I don't know what voice this is.
I don't think that's in the cards there, man.
Why can't I get a dance?
Oh, you can get a dance.
Oh.
You can get all the dances you want.
There we go.
I have a feeling that
Ratings on the rise here, folks. Let me orchestrate this show.
Yeah, she sits at the table for once, and now she
You
thinks
know
she's
what?
getting lap dances.
Send her back for a dance. She'll come back like 45 minutes later. Well, I didn't know you had to keep paying for each one. You know,
need your credit
JB will be out a bunch of money.
Yeah, I've been standing up there leaning against the wall, like waiting for pontoons. What else you got? We got nothing else?
Miz?
We talked about the Miz. He
How about the show?
threw the baby.
Are you going to watch it?
Fuck no.
Why not?
I don't give a shit.
Haven't you watched Total Bells?
No.
You haven't?
No.
I thought you did.
No.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
I mean, I think it's a legitimate answer. I don't give a shit. It's not a wrestling show.
You watch Big Brother, though. Oh!
Yeah, but it's not a wrestling show.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They're all stupid reality
They're
shows.
all stupid. How many stupid reality shows can I watch?
I don't know.
I don't even have time for that
I feel
one.
like if you have a wrestling podcast, Ms. and Mrs. could be a hit.
Well, then, how about you can be our Mrs. and Mrs.
Of course,
correspondent?
I will.
All right,
but I didn't DVR it the first week.
Well,
for
goddamn
fuck's
it.
sake.
You have to give us
I'll
one.
fill us in. I will make sure I watch it and fill us in. We don't have to worry about Total Bellas or Total Divas. Those are going to be off the air soon.
They're terrible.
Total
anyways.
Bellas, the ratings are absolutely crashing.
Kind of like Raw this week.
Yeah, Raw ratings are in the turlet. Gee, I wonder why. Did you see Roman Reigns in the back? He referenced this week people complain about being crammed down your throat.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
it's like he wants to like go after like the smarts.
Well, I think that's his new thing is to like have like an edge to him. Like he hates the fans that hate him.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think that's his new thing. Yeah, because he's been saying a lot of like asinine comments.
Yeah,
like that.
again, he's being invented 4 straight WrestleManias, and again, he's being. It is baffling to me at this point, but they're all just all in nonstop.
This
so.
is, if you think about it, who else gets 3 Universal or WWE title shots in one calendar year? This will be his 3rd in just 2018.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that's happened before, but not for somebody that wasn't universally over, which he isn't
True.
universally over. I mean, there's a segment of the audience that likes him. Most of them are small children and women, and then you have your internet tough guys that try to take up a position on Roman Reigns because it's the opposite of what everybody else is
Yeah.
doing, and they want to sound whatever. So I don't know. If Roman Reigns was entertaining, I'd be cool with it. He hasn't been entertaining. He does limited things on the microphone. His matches, sadly, are probably better than what he does on the microphone because
Yeah.
he doesn't really.
But
He rarely brings anything.
With Roman, it's this. It's I don't like that it's 6 moves. Although we talked about it before, Hogan got over on 6 moves. It's the charisma in the ring.
It's not even his matches. Yeah, it's just like overall.
Yeah, it's
charisma.
likability and charisma.
And he just, I think it would have been way more exciting to have. You were building up Seth Rollins throughout the year. You had some amazing matches.
Yep.
You had him out of the IC title picture with the loss to
It made
Ziggler.
complete sense to move him up or to move Lashley up. Lashley had like a reason they want to go against Brock.
Right, and if you're saying like, oh, it wasn't believable that Seth Rollins can beat Brock Lesnar, well, it's believable Bobby Lashley can. He's actually the only person that's believable it can because he's
Absolutely.
actually a fighter,
Yep.
unlike Roman Reigns.
It could have been the first ever 2 MMA
Yeah.
guys going against each other. You know what I mean?
I mean, they could have said it was first ever. It wouldn't be like
Well,
first
they
ever.
do that all the fucking time.
Yeah,
anyways.
it makes you
Everything's the
forget
first
what
ever.
happened,
Yeah.
I know we're talking about him, but it's just irritating. I said, I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't watch it. I fell fucking asleep. And I got messages from multiple people that, yep, Reigns again.
And then people will say you're not a wrestling fan. It's like, no, I'm just not a Roman Reigns.
I'm just not a fan of the product a ton right now. Hey, we were saying rumors abound that maybe Chris Jericho decides to be on Impact full time. Not full time, but, you know,
If
be
he goes on there at
roster.
all, I'll be watching.
You said you would. Hey, and I remember when I was watching like TNA Impact, it was because they had guys there I wanted to watch, you know.
Yeah.
And even though Hogan wasn't really wrestling, Hogan was there. He's interesting for me.
Yeah,
You
I'll
know,
watch
The
whatever-
Hardys were there.
Yeah.
I wanted to watch. EC3 was there.
We watched the Final Deletion. That was the first time I'd watch Impact in like
Right.
years.
So, hey, you never know what's going to turn, you know, a company around. Who comes there and can. So, hey.
Jericho, he did it for WWE. He came over and like people were, you know.
So,
what I mean?
I don't. It's a tall task. I don't know if it can be done,
Tall
but
task.
you know,
I don't know, it's just funny to say a tall task.
It's a tall task.
Speaking of tall tasks that aren't really all that tall, go on and resubscribe to our freaking new feed,
This
please.
is terrible.
I know, that was the
I
point.
thought you were talking about Vader.
No.
I
But
thought you were talking about me.
no, tall tasks that are tall would be you. I'm a tall task that is not that tall.
You just like tall tasks. You've got that on your mind now.
I do. Well, you said it once. At least I didn't say dastardly deeds this week.
Yeah, you did on the Vader.
Which, you know what's funny in the clip? I think I say dastardly
yeah,
deeds.
yeah, I think you did too.
So,
yeah,
so you
they're
guys-
gonna get. They are gonna.
Every
get
week
the
you're going to
dastardly
get pontoons and dastardly deeds,
That's what
baby.
you deliver,
That's
and-
my
And
thing.
now you're going to add tall tasks.
Tall tasks. I got to remember that. Tall tasks, dastardly deeds, and pontoons. You will get special access for only $1 a month, a day early to the TGP, and you will get all of our special episodes with more coming. When we have time, we record episodes. That's what we do. Some guys go out and go to strip clubs and chase women. We sit here and talk about wrestling for hours and hours. So that's what we do.
We should make a Guerrilla Press Wrestling Dorks strip club venture and document it all for the fans. Now that we have more freedom on what we can do,
We can put whatever the hell we want on
Right,
there, man,
exactly.
because I'm posting the episodes myself.
we could type up a whole
Kinda.
long thing of how the night went and
Yeah.
what we did, what ratings of the different women. I mean, I know you would give them all low ratings because you're the hard grader of the two of us.
Well, we determined this. Even with wrestling careers, I'm
Yeah.
a harder grader.
Yeah.
That would be fun to actually grade women. It would probably be degrading, and we would probably get kicked off
Still
of
insane
Patreon.
the guy that's this hard of a grader had that ginormous of a fucking wife. I mean, it just
I'm
doesn't
just-
make any sense.
I think because now I've run the gamut, and women, I now know what's good and what's not.
like you were like out, you're like out there, you're like God, I'm like this girl I'm looking at though. I think I'm like she's pretty attractive. She's like a 6, and then you end up with somebody that's like a -4. At least her personality was only -2.
Hey, da.
Hope she doesn't listen. I'd feel bad. Oh wait, no,
You
I
wouldn't
wouldn't,
feel
'cause
bad.
She hated me.
You would have felt bad a long time ago,
Yeah.
buddy. I'm sure she tuned out by now. Anything else you want to add this week? I just banged the table.
yeah.
Oh,
anything
speaking of
you
that,
hate.
for our listeners from last week, I'm sorry for the audio issues. I was told that it sounded like I was in the trunk of a car. It was really bad,
Which
and
would
I
be
apologize. Ooh. It's fixed this week, though, because Sam told me to get over my phobia of pounding the table. And
Yeah,
making
we
a
had to
lid.
make a change because he didn't like when we banged the desk.
And I was apparently the only one that really cared. At least I listened to the goddamn thing. So, anything else to add this week?
I don't like hearing the sound of my own voice.
Oh, my God. Anything to add, Jay Lucky?
I don't like the sound of my voice either.
Yeah, it's a
For
normal
two
thing.
people that are sitting in front of a microphone, you couple of fucks.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
you don't have to
I'm
listen to
not really in
yourselves.
front of the microphone.
That's true. I am. It was my goddamn
Yeah,
show.
because you were projecting a little bit better today, but you have to be in front of the microphone because you talk like this.
I don't talk like that. No, that's not at all how it is. You're boisterous. And the microphone was seriously where it is now. It was like here.
So
it was
maybe
like,
I'll be in the trunk of a car this
that
week.
would be fantastic. Thank you for listening to the Guerrilla Press this week, guys. We will catch you next week on the Tapped Out Network on the new
For
feed.
now,
Yes.
you get us on the new feed. You need to have that new feed. Do not.
You
sign
will lose
off.
us in August,
Yeah.
and then you will be heartbroken.
Like
and you don't want
just
to be
need
heartbroken.
are we going to be searchable under the Wrestling Dorks and the Guerrilla Press?
I'll make sure that
both
happens.
be searchable to bring us up.
Yeah, I have to double check that. I'm pretty sure it's Guerrilla Press only because Wrestling Dorks would be our old feed.
Yeah, I'll try to get the word out to all my listeners.
It's Guerrilla Press. Just search the Guerrilla Press, you'll find us.
And that's
so.
Guerrilla, Guerilla.
Oh God, that's right. It's a difficult gorilla.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's gonna be hard to find us.
All right, I'll make it happen.
Yeah, we need to have
This is only week 1 of your warning. You have 3 more weeks.
Yeah, we're gonna crank out those warnings.
Yeah, warning.
because we need to get listenership. I don't know, whatever. We need to get it up and through the roof.
Yeah. So thank you again. We will catch you next week on the Guerrilla Press.
Later.